Hello, and welcome to Sketch with Us, the SPP drawing show. Today, we have Asha AM, Graf, and I, James Tolbert, links in the description for all of our projects, and we're going to be doing live drawing of character designs with basic shapes. We're going to pick one of the three shapes that exist, the only three shapes that exist, the triangle, circle, or rectangle, and then we're going to be doing a drawing with that character design shape. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta erase my layer, my princess layer.
Yeah, get
Okay,
out
what's
here.
what shape are we starting with first? I think circles are the easiest, so maybe we should do
Circles are
that.
like the favorite. When it comes to like round characters, they're just like soft and nice and cute.
Yes.
Sample, I'll draw my
We're
favorite
just gonna
circle
draw
character,
the okay.
Asha AM.
Let's see. I haven't done character design in a long while.
My eyes.
That's not a circle.
It's round. Close enough.
No, I'm already getting ideas. Oh no, it's just Kirby. No. It can't be that simple. I haven't done character design at all since a year
Paco?
ago. When
Wait, no, your friend came up with Paco.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I started also doing character designs for the film, but we ended up going with hers.
Huh. What did yours look like?
I mean, Paco existed before. I basically just did the bear, and then she adapted it. But I also tried, like, we have a fish too in the film. I also tried to do that, but in the end, like, her designs were a lot better.
You know who's my favorite round character? The baby chicks.
Popo? Oh, the baby chicks are great round
They're
characters.
great. They're so simple. They fly around. They dab. They slice. They
Yeah,
attack. They
They do
move so
all the-
fast.
they were a lot of fun to animate. Also, it's kind of weird talking about it now. Nobody has seen the film. Baby chicks are characters from my film. Just a bunch of two sisters making trouble on a train station. So yeah, my character design skills are very rusty.
I love how you drew that little chick, Asha.
Oh, thank you. I really like these chicks.
That's what I thought every time I went into the club.
Into the club.
Into the club.
What am I drawing here?
You tell me, Graf.
This is like this is like what's a seal centipede with human legs, sort of.
Oh, whoa, that's sick.
A caliper.
Oh wait, I'll make it a spider.
No, I like it better that way.
But then I have to draw so many circles.
All the more reason, then you'll win the circle game. This is a
Circle game?
competition.
I thought,
Yeah, the
I
more
thought it was
circles.
about creating a lot of characters and not just one.
What makes the
That is all the
most-
circles.
The most
It's not about the
most
circles. It's about not about the characters. It's about the circles.
God, no, I'm too lazy to finish this. I want to draw more characters than that.
Look at this Mr. Frog. He's so powerful.
his
Mr.
eyes.
Frog.
They're so warm. They're so like spread out.
They're vacant.
It's never like day with him. He's always just lifting.
do you even lift, bro? All the time. My own
He's
body.
such a bro. There's nothing more cool than a really nice fit boy. That's the most wholesome thing.
If only you weren't on a podcast with like mostly out of shape, sometimes do exercise artist nerds.
Hey,
Oh,
I went
man.
running
I mean, you
today.
just went running today. You did just go running, and I have been skating, but I didn't skate today. I did yesterday though.
Well, there's nothing wrong with unfit boys. Just
No, there's everything wrong with them.
Yeah, I
No,
think we
they
shouldn't
just-
exist.
they're
I
good
think
people.
I think we should be
Good people, they
deleted.
just need to grow.
I hate not being fit.
Me too.
Speaking of that, I do a pregnant lady. Very quick.
I'm so bad at character design, I can't believe it.
What is wrong with their belly button?
No, that
James,
one's
why are you doing
fine.
this to her?
I drew one. You guys already drew 2 or 3 or 4.
It's your mom now?
I never know what kind of characters to make. Hmm.
You just, I don't know. I usually just like come up with like a kind of person I want to draw, and then do that. Sometimes look things up. Sometimes think of Wait, the child's name's Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh, the frog boy has a tattoo.
Yeah, of a star.
Yeah. That
Because
one
he's
is-
gonna be number one. You can see
Nice.
stars in his eyes as well.
He's the star of this show. I know who I should draw.
Somebody smaller.
Somebody
Because
deleted
look at the
character.
canvas. I didn't even delete anything. I just moved mine to have space because
Yeah, I just noticed.
I'm
gonna-
sorry, I
I'm
took
gonna
over
delete-
my
Asha's a
big-
conqueror.
my
No,
big
don't
pen.
delete anything. Just resize it or make it smaller
Too late.
so we can save them at the end.
I like him better. This
I
way.
like him better that way. Yeah, that's when I said he was cool is when he was just 2 balls. I thought that was awesome.
Look, I drew everyone's favorite round character. Me.
It's true. You are my favorite.
Aw, I'm gonna go cry in the corner now. Bye.
Why would you cry when you get a compliment?
It's embarrassing. And also just warm my heart. So world is that world walrus? I can't pronounce walrus.
It is a
Yeah, so-
walrus.
Do you ever go to like a shop where they sell
No.
a lot of aquatic mammals? And
Yeah,
they
all the
sell-
time.
They also they sell both aquatic mammals and like you know, when you're in a room and you have boundaries around you and you have a floor and a ceiling and then you also have 4 other boundaries. When they sell those in that shop as well, have you ever been to one of those shops? Do you know what they're called?
Prison?
Walls or
That joke had way too long a build up that didn't make sense.
That's why it's extra funny.
No,
Very funny.
I just end up drawing bunnies all the time. Why?
Oh,
Am
You've
I
been
cursed?
conditioned by your own short film.
Am I cursed for life now?
You are.
Bunnies. I'm being really too simple with my art.
I don't think you're being too simple. I just think your brush is really, really thick, and that's not letting you.
I need the
It's
one.
not letting you do details. You just make your brush smaller for a bit and do smaller drawings.
No, I want to draw a bunny. Like Graf.
Like Graf.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing W's today.
I don't know. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm cursed today.
We're all cursed. I just drew a
Not
circle
me.
there.
Fuck you guys.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna.
Okay, I'm just gonna hide in
Okay.
the corner.
I feel like I made like when I set out to draw a character with a shape, I make the mistake of not thinking about the character first, but just drawing the shape.
That seems like a super easy mistake to make. Seems like something I would do all the time, which is what I'm trying not to do now.
Yeah, and that's why I
Because
never
when I
know
made the
what to
frog,
do.
I obviously just drew a circle and then gave it arms, and I was like, it's Geodude. But it's Funky Frog Dude.
I mean, Geodude is a great design.
What's that Pokemon that's just a Pokeball? What's his name?
Voltorb.
Yeah, Voltorb. What a good round boy. An edgy round boy. You don't see those often. My bunny looks sad. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know who hurt it.
Oh my god, he looks devastated.
It was like a big bow and sad feels. I don't know who hurt him.
Okay, I need to
feel
make my walrus smaller. There's not enough space, and it's not good enough to occupy that much of it.
You're worrying about your walrus?
What?
It barely occupies any space, Graf.
Yeah, I'm the one who took
Well, right
over.
now it
Walrus,
I'm deleting
walrus,
this
more
stuff.
like bulrus. Don't
She can
delete
go.
them, just make them smaller.
I want to
Guys.
make her smaller. I don't care about her. I don't like her anymore.
Okay.
When
Fine.
It's
if
good
you
to-
insist.
It's fine to let
She's
go
fine.
sometimes.
Yeah,
I
why don't we
disagree.
draw her? If I draw her cuter, is that alright?
You'll have to convince me.
Well, I just have to use my powers for greater good.
I always draw the same animals
Bunnies,
and bears.
bunnies and bears.
I mean, it's not really a mystery why.
No, not
Is
really.
your a bear?
I feel like you've been sketching for the same project for about 12 months now.
Yeah. I need to try something new. I need to get out of.
This zone, the Paco zone.
Yeah. I really want to brush up my anatomy skills. Because for an animator, my anatomy skills are horrible. You know? It's really
We
bad.
were practicing that the other day in the draw pile.
Yep. We were
How do you feel about it?
bad.
Aww.
I feel like I did improve over the last year, but like, considering that I'm done with school now, I'm not good enough.
Right.
I'm a lot better than I was, but you know, it's nowhere as good as it should be for me to like do animations properly.
I understand.
That's why I struggle with like when I animate humans. That's why I struggle with keyframes a lot.
Makes sense. Animating humans sounds difficult and not something I want to do.
I enjoy it. I just enjoy animating in general, and that's why I kind of want to learn how to do it. But what I enjoy the most, what I discovered, is that I enjoy background animation a lot. Just making a waterfall move.
Ooh, that sounds very nice.
It's very I mean it's animation, so it's not exactly different from animating humans, but it doesn't require
I mean,
anatomy
in
skills.
terms of the composition of the image, it's very different.
Yeah.
It requires a different skill set. for sure.
But I still want to do all sorts of animation, and whenever I do character animation, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's your craft, you probably want to get better at your craft, regardless of what part of the craft it is.
Yes. Okay, I'm starting to be really proud of that bear I'm drawing right now.
It's a nice bear.
Have I complained to you guys about my high school reunion already?
You had a high school reunion?
There,
When?
Not
It's been
exactly.
5 years since I graduated, and my classmates from back then are already planning a high school reunion for sometime in August.
That sounds fun.
No!
I mean, I would have a terrible time because I didn't get along with a lot of them, but I kind of want to show them that I'm a successful, non-cringy human being most of the time.
There's that aspect, and then there's also the aspect I really don't want to go because I don't see any point.
You don't see any
I'm
point.
only in contact with one of them, and she also said she might not even go. 'Cause it's like it's been 5 years. I don't feel like, being reminded of high school yet. Call me
Right.
call me in another 5 years.
Well, they might not call you if you don't go to this one.
I'm still in the WhatsApp group. It's fine.
How do you know there's going to be another WhatsApp group?
Oh no. I mean,
I know
then
the
whatever.
WhatsApp.
Maybe I don't even want to see them in 10 years. I mean, in another 5 years.
I don't know if anyone from my school had a reunion because I don't talk to anybody.
Oh no! I mean, I talked to like 2 people, but still.
I don't even really remember high school graduation. It's like
Oh god, I had a terrible high school graduation.
oh no.
What happened?
Yeah, now I want to hear
heartbreak. That's what happened. It was the classic graduation where that feel no GF hits hard and you don't have a date, and the girl you have a crush on is about to get with one of your best friends, so like you can't be unhappy about it.
Oh no.
And basically, I had 2 high school graduations. In Spain, high school is divided into 2 sort of like sections. You have the high school that goes from the end of 6th grade till the end of 10th grade. And then you have 2 extra years, which are 11th and then 12th grade.
We call
and
the first one middle school.
Yeah, but the years for middle school are
Yeah, but-
different.
Yeah, it's definitely way longer.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm trying to say is we had 2 graduations, high school graduations, one for that first section and one for that second section. For the first section, it was the kind of weird graduation where like they're serving alcohol, but I shouldn't be drinking because I'm still quite young, like 15.
Oh.
Okay.
But somehow everybody like we just booked a venue that had alcohol, and the parents were completely okay with that.
That
So
sounds cool.
so that one was just me like dancing around and remembering just seeing my friends get shit-faced and me not drinking, and eventually it was a pretty normal day. Lots of people got really sick, and I laughed at them, and I made fun of them. But in the second graduation was when we were all like 17, 18, so it was like kind of okay to have a drink or 2, and just
have a drink or
the,
2.
the deathly combination of that feel when no GF, and like this was probably the 2nd or 3rd time that I had ever had alcohol, so I just remember like leaning against the wall and being a very, very sad, drunk, crying kind of person. And
Shit.
I got pity from nobody because I didn't deserve it because I was annoying and bad.
Oh
And,
shit. That sounds.
It's bad memories, man, all the way down.
Okay.
All the way down.
So I kind of want to prove to the world that I'm not that person anymore, I guess.
That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't that cringy.
Pretty sure
But
I was
That's
that's
pretty
fine.
damn
forgetful.
cringy.
Nobody remembers me.
They were all caught up in their own shit. That's the thing.
Yeah.
There's maybe like one person. There's always one person that remembers every little detail, but everybody else was just probably just like, oh, I didn't even notice because I was too concerned about being awkward myself.
I mean, what I would get from my friends probably would be, you were fine, we get why you were upset.
Yeah.
But, like, personally, I still want to see all those other people that weren't my friends and were just, like, acquaintances, and I want to prove them that I'm a cool person.
Look at me. I'm a designer now. I'm a
Yeah,
functioning.
I'm the only
human
person that became an artist out of that entire class. And that's kind of cool, in a way.
Yeah. It is.
They all became engineers. Or other shit.
Dang. I feel like a lot of people from my class became teachers or are about to become teachers.
Oof.
I feel like everyone I knew became nurses.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Hmm.
Okay, do you guys want to move on to another shape?
Yeah. I have managed to draw 2 characters I'm actually kind of proud of.
Yeah.
A bear
I'm glad.
Bunny is
and a
adorable.
bumblebee with glasses.
And I drew too big.
That's fine.
okay.
Just the second you made your brush smaller, it worked out. It'll be fine for the next one. Now we're gonna be doing triangles. I'm doing a triangle right now. Look at this triangle, machinery of destruction.
That's a pyramid.
No, it's a triangle. It's just a very strong triangle.
Okay, if you say so. Okay, what kind
what they
of
say about
character?
Triangles. They're sharp. They're probably smart. They're
Just
what
draw
the
Toya from
Egyptians say.
Cardcaptor Sakura.
Yeah, just like
he
my
should
Japanese
triangle.
anime.
Yeah.
Just draw a very pointy chin. This is where the challenge begins for me, because I always draw round characters.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Ooh, that looks awesome, Asha.
Thank you.
Oh, you drew a robot already, James.
James.
What? Is that a
I feel like
problem?
triangles
No,
is
it's
James'
cool.
zone.
You know, you say triangles are my zone, but I tend to design very, like, I don't know, circly, safe shapes. If we're talking about shape language, my entire brand is very, it's not stable circles for real, it's more like chaotic circles, but it's definitely circular. It's circles arranged in more diagonal and chaotic ways, which makes them more dynamic and energetic. That's the interesting thing about shape language. It's not just the shapes that you're using, but how they're arranged. If you're arranging shapes in a grid, for example, you can make it a chaotic grid that feels like the shapes are moving and creates a very dynamic feeling, even with a very stable shape like a square. Whereas if you make a grid that's all orderly and stacked, even a dynamic shape like a triangle will feel stable.
That's true.
I don't know if I'm explaining myself correctly,
A
but that's
triangle will
a lot
also
of the
feel stable if
principles
you
for
put it
design.
on the not on the tip.
Yeah.
Why am I going for like a full character here?
Why not?
I guess it's good. Let's see what I can make of it. I did say I want to brush up my anatomy, so here we go.
what do you do as an artist if you trash talk artists that are better than you or have more of a following than you? And then you're also trying to practice your skills simultaneously.
Wait, what?
You're brushing up.
Did I use that word wrong? Or am I not
No,
getting?
I'm just
No.
making a dumb pun
Okay.
on punching up instead of brushing up.
Okay, I didn't get it.
So what did you do today, Graf?
What did I do today? I'm mostly working on compositing now for the film. So,
What's compositing?
you take all the elements you have, like your animation,
Well, that makes sense.
and you. I didn't even explain it now.
But I get that I know what you're gonna say.
You take the animations of different characters and the background, and you put it into a compositing software. I'm using After Effects, and you put it all together and you apply different more effects on it. Whatever you want, like maybe you blur the background or something, stuff like that. And there's some action scenes in my film that needed
Ooh.
special compositing, like special effects, like glitches and
Right,
stuff.
right.
So I applied those, and I tried to finish it up today. So I put on the whole point. The whole
The Sketchy
point
People
of those,
podcast.
no, the whole point of those scenes is to feel like really terrifying and kind of threatening.
Right.
So I put on the death grips, and
Whoa.
then merge bow, and finished all the effects for the scenes. So now they're done. It's basically just a bunch of glitches and flickering images.
That's awesome. Though. It must be fun to make.
It is
think
fun
I'd
to
enjoy
make, but
that.
after a while, you
It gets repetitive.
get tired of looking at it, just because it's very exhausting to look at flickering
Right.
images for too long. Which is also why they work really well if you want to make something
Makes sense.
look violent or dangerous. So yeah, I did that in the morning, and then I went for a walk with a friend.
Your bro. Oh, with a friend.
Yes,
Is she cute?
she is.
Are you gonna date her?
No,
Why not?
because she's in a relationship and I'm not
Is it
romantically
a
interested
relationship
in
with
her.
You? Oh well. That makes sense.
Yeah, does it? Good. So yeah, we just went to down to the river. To a place I've never been to before, which is really cool. It feels really
Ooh.
cool if you're in your hometown where you grew up and you discover a place you've never been to before.
Yeah, that's strange. That feels like it shouldn't happen.
And it's a really cool place next to the river, which has a lot of cool flowers and a lot of cool
Ooh,
spots where we can potentially go swimming.
that's awesome.
And yeah, it was really nice. She's the one friend I still have from high school that I hang out with.
Oh, is that how you found out about the reunion?
Yeah, she sort of told me that some people were planning it. But I mean, we also have the WhatsApp group, so it's easy to get informed about it.
Right.
I've been knowing-
Right.
I've known for the about the reunion for a week, and I've been bitching about it.
I'm not going, but I will complain about it.
Yes. Exactly. Because on the one hand, I want to show up and be like, look at me, guys. I'm actually cool now, or something. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not as awkward as I used to be. And on the other hand, I'm just like, no, I don't want to see those guys. I wouldn't even know what to talk with them about other than, yeah, 5 years ago when we graduated.
I mean, you catch up. You just go like, hey, what are you doing now? Oh, I'm doing this. That doesn't sound so bad.
But I'm not interested in it.
Well, it's... Ow. The edge.
What?
I don't know. It feels... I'd be interested in it even if I didn't like them that much. I'm just curious about where they ended up.
Yeah, but I mean, I follow the ones I'm interested in. I follow on Instagram, and so I know.
Right, I don't follow any of them anywhere, so I'm not a stalker. No, but I understand. I guess I don't have that social media interaction with them, so I'm just like, ooh, I wonder what they look like now. You already know all this shit. I don't.
Exactly.
I get it.
Yeah. Jeez, I hope they don't listen to this.
Ooh, I hope they do. Can I be their friends, and then roast you?
Whatever.
Yay!
I like how the whole triangle thing has led me to just drawing sci-fi stuff.
That's generally what's associated with it, so it makes sense.
I kind of lost the dominant triangle in my thing.
It's the chest.
I know, but it was supposed to be a lot more exaggerated.
I still like how...
Thanks, Asha.
Thanks, Asha. I still like how the silhouette of your character looks a lot, Graf.
Thanks.
It's nice. You did a good job.
Looks great.
Maybe
What's
you can
his
finally
looking
prove to
regimen?
those high school friends that you're really worth it. It's gonna be like 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna be like, hey, Graf, do you go to that high school reunion?
It's gonna be in August.
I'm gonna ask you anyway.
I might not even be here. I might be traveling. Who knows?
Ooh.
Who
I mean, that's
knows?
big speculation, but who knows?
No, I know exactly that I'll be sick on the day they're planning it.
I'll go in your place. Don't worry. I'll be your surrogate high school
You'll
attendant,
pretend to be Graf.
and they'll
Just
all
won't
be able to
as
speak
much
English. I'm sure.
Most of them. Some of them even speak Spanish.
What?
Because they took Spanish. When I took Latin.
Doesn't mean they can speak it.
Well, but they can, like, pretend.
That's good enough for me. I can pretend I know German and go, Österreich.
That's not what it's called.
What's it called?
It's Ö in the beginning.
Österreich.
Österreich. There you go.
Österreich. Österreich.
It's not that hard.
Österreich. I just forget. Österreich.
How did you come up with whatever you said?
I just said Österreich. I went U instead of Ö, which are similar sounds in my defense.
I guess, kind of.
Österreich. Österreich.
Ah, German. Yes.
Ah, yes. The wonders of German.
Learning the alphabet very hard. 'Cause
The
you can't
alphabet?
tell the difference. Yeah.
The
Wouldn't
German
the alphabet
alphabet.
be the-
What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's
what?
like it's the same.
No, Yeah, but there's like slight difference in like pronunciations of certain letters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
and
is.
just trying to remember that, it's hard for me because I don't
That's
remember
something.
sounds.
That's something that always like fascinated me about English speakers. Like, how do you pronounce this word? Oh, you just use the default pronunciation of these letters. Because in my mind, in my like puny Spanish speaking mind, which is a very
I mean,
Latin
big
adjacent
brain
language.
energy. You know multiple languages.
Okay,
James,
what I mean
for
is,
Pete's sakes.
what I mean is like, it's a very late Latin adjacent language alongside with Italian. So in my mind, when I see a word, there's like the default way to pronounce the word, and then the way you would pronounce it in English, which uses funny, made-up pronunciations for some letters.
Yes, that's what I'm used to. I'm used to not knowing how to say a word until I hear it.
Which is a nightmare.
Yes.
Imagine having a language that isn't phonetically consistent.
Well,
It's like
something
almost
like
every
that's how.
language.
Which is why, in my brain, I have like the default way, and then everybody else is crazy. because Spanish is so straightforward in the way that there's no, what you see is what you get. There's no inconsistencies whenever you read something and say it out loud. And it's the same, for example, in Japanese. What you see is what you get. There's no way to mispronounce something if you're pronouncing every syllable that you're reading.
That's true.
It's terrible. I've gotten into the bad habit of just every time I see a word in a different language, I just use Japanese pronunciation.
But the thing is, that's what I do with Spanish.
Both German and Somali.
No, but I completely understand. Like that's the quote unquote default.
Yeah, and it makes sense, unlike English.
I mean, English makes
So,
sense,
yeah.
but it's just incredibly hard to just
But the
learn.
thing is, it doesn't always make sense.
Well, if you know, sure, not if you're speaking it, but like you can reconstruct things, and if you know how a sound got to the way it's pronounced now, then you can. It always makes sense somehow, but you have to like learn the linguistic history of the language.
This is the equivalent of you have to look up a walkthrough to get through the video game.
Exactly.
Instead of being able to just play the video game. It's one of those levels where finishing it without looking it up or looking at the manual is almost impossible. And all the pieces aren't laid out in front of you. It's not a puzzle that you can solve. I guess my point is, fuck you, English speakers, that you're listening to this podcast right now.
Okay.
All of them.
Okay.
Every listener.
I'll just go fuck off then.
I mean, that was your title today, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Basically.
Who's drawing a mountain?
Ash. Graf.
That's a lie.
He's in the mountain.
I'm drawing the Twin Peaks logo.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is there a river that I can draw fish in? I'm adding a river. You can't stop me.
You can always draw a river. Hey, I managed to do one character, and you filled the rest of the canvas. I feel good though. This looks different from what I usually draw humans like. So.
Yeah, I'm honestly really impressed by this little drawing.
Thank
you did a good job.
Oh, what's a cool bug? And what's that Sogeking right next to it?
The Sogeking? What?
Well, oh wait, never mind. You're not that far into One Piece yet.
I kinda stopped once Persona 5 came out.
No.
But I mean, I'm like 2 gameplay sessions from finishing Persona 5. So whenever I finish that, I'm gonna go back to One Piece and do that in my free time.
Nice.
It's just that any time I had a chunk of time, I was just like, it's Persona time, baby.
Alright, I feel like I'll draw one more character.
I'm okay with going to the next now. To
Same.
I just want to
Squares.
draw something silly, too.
Ooh, draw
Here,
Oh, I
I'll
know
help.
exactly what I'll draw.
Toya from Cardcaptor Sakura.
Oh my god, we forgot to draw an anime boy. Oh wait, you did it. You drew an anime boy.
Yeah, but it looked good.
You do. And so does Toya.
I feel like I've seen someone draw birds like this before. But it's still cool.
It's called Oyasumi Pun Pun.
No, I feel like in Adventure Time or something in US's
Oh yeah.
Adventure Time episode,
Oh yeah.
birds look like this or something.
Oh, I wanna see episodes of Adventure Time again. I remember loving it.
I want to do a rewatch at some point.
Should we do... This might be too much, but... After Twin Peaks, maybe Adventure Time? Maybe that's the thing we can watch?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a long show, though.
but it's only 10 minutes per
Yeah,
episode.
But it's only 10 episodes.
Yeah, but oh, speaking of short shows, oh man, there's so many like really good short adult cartoons that got canceled.
Like
making
what?
Oh
me think.
no. Like what?
Like The Clerks, the animated series. It's based on the Kevin Smith movie. It's got really great designs, great shapes. I think it's the same guy, character design for Samurai Jack. What's his name?
Whoa.
Denny I can't say his full name. Oh no.
Tarantino, yeah.
No, Tarkovsky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Tarask.
he has just good shapes. And also with Adventure Time, we could just, since it's unlike Twin Peaks, it's not like an hour dedication every episode. We can just randomly for like 15
Yeah,
minutes be like, well, I'm watching
we
an episode,
finished the
hell
recording.
yeah.
Let's watch one Adventure Time.
Yeah,
True.
probably get through it a lot quicker.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah.
I got through Adventure
All right,
Time really
you guys ready to square off
Yeah.
in competition?
Square.
Yes. Oh wait, I gotta save this.
I'm
Yes.
ready to use square.
What do you call it when a Star Wars lady starts to draw on a new overlay?
Over Leia.
Yeah. Princess Leia.
I can't believe people still talk about Star Wars.
Cause they
What do you
still
mean? They make new movies
movies.
constantly and
And
shows.
Disney bought it.
But it's like
And we're never gonna stop.
There's
doing
there's
that.
been like
It's-
3 movies and 2 TV shows in the past 5 years.
but they've all been like I don't want to say they're not good, they're just like not interesting.
But people like Star Wars. People like the universe. People like to see more content within the universe that they liked in the first place.
Yeah, sure.
Also, people say that The Mandalorian is really good, and there's a new season of Clone Wars just came out, which is a finale, and that looks awesome as well.
Oh god, it just keeps on living.
Go on forever in our hearts.
Guess I'm a real
Yes,
square,
squares.
because I don't like
Speaking
Star
of-
Wars.
Speaking of squares.
You're just a hipster, don't worry about it.
Square characters. What are their personalities? Boxy, built,
Stable.
stable,
Boring.
secure. They don't have
Boring. I'll give you boring.
But like, that's not even true, because I'm thinking of Kanti right now. Who's a square character.
I just think of giant.
Well, Kanti is rounded, actually.
But it's just,
Kanti is as rounded as a square can get.
that's true. It's still a square though.
Yeah, that's why he, instead of being a menacing robot, he is a friendly robot. Because his head looks approachable and friendly and stable.
Use a enough circles in a square boy, and he becomes the softest. A gentle giant. That's
A gentle giantess.
It's
that's my
square.
favorite trope.
Bimo.
Oh, Bimo!
He's a gentle giant, a courageous man. Oh god, I forgot we're doing a show and I can't sing.
No, singing
late.
is good. Oh, surprise, surprise, I'm drawing another bear.
A square bear, that sounds kind of fun actually.
That sounds cubicle.
Oh my god, imagine if there was an Adventure Time episode where instead of radical they said like
They said
cubicle and they jump cut to an office.
I feel like there was one. That sounds like...
Oh no, I drew too big. Ah! He's too big.
That's fine.
That's all the space I can
Mine is
use.
too big as well.
Now I'm drawing a cubicle.
A cubicle.
A cubicle. Oh, a QT.
A quick time event. A QTE.
QT pie. Speaking of cubicles, remember, James, when we designed a sci-fi office?
Oh shit, I do. I remember that.
It was a sick design.
You never did anything with it.
Someday.
When did you design a sci-fi office?
Just one day when we were doing like... I don't think we were even doing a drop out. We were just talking and sending each other drawings.
Oh, nice.
It was cool. I think we were talking about the idea and I just sprung out of bed and grabbed my sketchbook and drew out a layout and sent it to you.
Good draw. Oh my god, that bear is such a square. Okay.
Wow.
Thank you. That means I succeeded.
Oh no, he's dead.
No, he's not
He's
dead.
a rug.
He's
He's
hungry.
a rug. He looks like
He's
a
not a
rug.
rug, he's rugged.
I'm gonna
No,
put a
that's like
person on
that's
him.
that's his top. What are you doing? He's not dead. He's just lying on the ground, flat,
On
He's
the
just
ground
sleeping.
flat.
because he just ate.
Whoa, James is making an empire.
Whoa!
I don't know what's going on, but I'm
What kind of big robot is that?
It's a robot that's really invested in fictional relationships.
Oh, it's
Cool.
a shipping company. Of course.
Yeah. It's a you got it. The shoulders are containers.
Corp. Shipping corp. Part.
Corp. Just the corp.
Shipping corp. Give him a
Instead
round
of
growth.
drawing a triangle, give him like
I
a...
have to do it. I have to ship circle with square.
Oh no.
You can't stop me.
Don't worry. I won't. Try.
I want to draw more funny animals. I should draw more funny animals.
You should.
But I thought that was all you drew. Funny animals and beautiful landscapes.
But
That's like your trademark.
But it's like
Oh my-
it
oh,
makes me
that is
happy.
Such a cube. I love him.
That's fine.
I love this bear.
I know, he's amazing. I feel like I've seen a square bear somewhere. Oh no, I'm thinking of Madagascar. Madagascar has a square lion in it.
Yeah.
Max, the main character. He's
the
super
characters are
square.
very geometrical.
Is he a square?
Right.
I feel like
Totally.
he's a triangle shape though.
Is
It's
he,
kind of a mix between.
or is he a
like,
trapeze?
Like the body is very triangle shaped. Oh god, I remember Madagascar. The first movie was really funny.
I remember being obsessed with it. I think I talked about it on another SPP. I used to play the Penguins of Madagascar game all the time.
I used to
Sick.
play some Madagascar game on Game Boy.
I used to
I
watch
don't
the
remember that much.
Madagascar, the Penguins of Madagascar show.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
It was
They,
just,
they made that shit for like 8 years or something. It was still on like way after I was a kid.
yeah, that's when I watched it.
Oh,
My brother would watch it, like my younger brother, and I would just like
right.
watch it with him, and it was really funny. They had this running
It
gag
is.
where something would always land on a guy's car, and he'd go, "Oh no, my car!"
It's like the cabbages guy in Avatar, where he has a cabbage cart that gets constantly destroyed by warring nations, and he goes, "Oh no, my cabbages!"
And he's just like
And then
always
eventually
close to a battlefield, no matter where they are.
It's more like every time they're in a city or something, he'll be there, and then they're like, he becomes a traveling merchant at some point, and he also gets caught up in it. And then there's an episode where he's a side character for the entire episode, and I remember they fall down this slide, and like all the cabbages and himself are falling down a slide. He's going, "No, my cabbages." That's pretty epic, if I do say so myself. Am I right, gamers? Yeah.
I ain't
Cool.
no gamer.
I never finished Avatar.
Oh, it's good.
I tried to watch it, and I couldn't continue. I liked a lot of things about the show, but it moves very slowly.
I suppose, yeah. I just remember getting through it on my own pace, not really worrying about the ending or anything. I just liked seeing the characters interact and what locations they would arrive at in each episode. I didn't really... I don't think I was ever bored. Maybe 1 or 2 episodes I thought were bad episodes, but most of the episodes I was like, oh, this is an interesting place that they arrived at. This is an interesting people that they're talking to. I just remember being really entranced by this world and this long adventure through the world. It gave me a little bit of that Gurren Lagann feel. I really like quote-unquote shonens that are about traveling and going to new places each time.
Same. I don't know.
It's like One Piece, a little bit,
Yeah.
but less imaginative.
I don't know. I think, I mean, it's been a couple of years since I tried watching it, but I feel like that at some point, it felt like there were unnecessary episodes that like didn't show anything interesting
Yeah.
with the characters or with the
Probably.
place. Because it was like a shonen with fillers, and I got that feeling. I got that Naruto feeling.
There are less fun episodes than other episodes, but... I don't disagree, I just liked it all the way regardless.
Sure. Maybe I just started watching it at the wrong time. Because I remember loving it a lot more when I watched it when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
But I never watched the whole thing, and so when I tried, it just didn't work out. But people called me Sokka in high school.
What?
Because I had like his haircut or something similar to his haircut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Can't believe people were talking about Avatar in high school. People in my high school would be like, that shit's for kids, don't talk about Avatar. Much less calling you a character.
No. There were a bunch of nerds.
Did I cut out?
No,
Oh.
no. I just had to like blow my nose, so I turned off the mic. Oh, did you cut out, James? Where are you?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
There are a bunch of cool people. I mean, there's cool people in my class too at the time, but later, like during the last 2 years of high school, I think, or last 3 years, I started hanging out more with people from like the other class that were in the same year. but they were like the we call them the computer class, because at some point
What class were you on? Were you in?
just a regular class.
Wait, there's regulars and computers?
Yeah, at some point they like decided that there'd be like a laptop class, and they have laptops and they do things on laptops, but it's just like one class a year.
Okay.
And I think they had like more computer lessons or whatever. And I started hanging out with them more because we had like classes together at some point.
Yeah.
And we were like into anime and stuff like that. That's when I started playing League.
I never knew you played League.
Yeah, I did.
I played it for a while as well.
It was really fun when playing with friends. But playing alone sucked, because I'm not good at video games like that. I'm generally not good at video games, and games like League, I suck at them. And
I generally really loved it, regardless of if it was with friends or alone, but it got to the point where it got to the point where, like you're saying, I didn't feel like I could get good enough, or I want like I would try to play competitively, and then I would get really frustrated at myself.
yeah,
Whenever I lost.
yeah.
So I realized that if I wasn't gonna take the game seriously, it was not worth playing. Like it should have been like an all or nothing sort of thing, and once I realized that, I was like, I might as well play other games that give me more varied experiences, and I stopped playing. Around the same time that I watched Avatar. No, really, that was summer. My first summer after high school was when I got my first girlfriend. I watched Avatar, and I stopped playing League. They're all related, probably.
That's cool. Sounds like a pretty good summer.
That's a good summer. It was an awesome summer. My last summer at camp too, before I became a full-time monitor. My last summer, like, doing a summer camp as a camper, which is where I met my first girlfriend. Really good memories from that summer. Played the Sweater Song and what's the other Weezer song? Say It Ain't So. I played Say It Ain't So as well.
The other one.
The other one has listened to every Weezer album. The other Weezer song. I really liked Rock Camp. Rock Camp was awesome. Best part of
I
my
liked
childhood,
Camp
probably.
Rock as a kid.
Did you ever watch Camp Rock?
Yeah.
Did you see the hot guy?
What? Which hot guy? I don't remember the
from
character
Camp Rock.
designs.
You remember there being a hot guy?
Wasn't it with the Jonas Brothers? Are you referring to one
Yeah,
of
yeah,
those?
yeah. Yeah, that was me.
What do you mean?
As a kid, as like an early preteen, when the Jonas Brothers were really big, I got a Joe Jonas haircut. I went to the hairdresser and said, I want a Joe Jonas haircut. And I had that sort of hair for most of high school.
Well,
So they would call me either Justin Bieber or Joe Jonas.
yeah, I got the Justin Bieber haircut, but it doesn't work with my hair, so it looked really silly.
Oh, of course, because it's really curly. The only place where I've been compared to somebody that I was like impressed about being compared to was when I did a basketball camp in America. I talked about this in the last episode I was on, the last sketch with us I was on, but I did this basketball camp, and over there they called me Ricky Rubio for some reason, because Ricky Rubio is this very famous Spanish basketball player on the NBA. He plays for the Lakers. He has like really curly hair and the beard, and I had like a goatee at the time and a little bit of messy hair, but that's it. And just because I was Spanish, they called me that, I think. They were also really, really mean, and they played really rough, and I was never an amazing player. So I felt really out of place there, but that's a story for another
Dang.
time.
How much time do you spend in the U.S. As like when you grew up?
Well, we would go once every couple years or so, once every 2 or 3 years, maybe 2 years in a row if we found good tickets. It all really depended on my mom being able to line up some sort of training camp that they did in her work sometimes, where she would be sent for a couple weeks to America to train and work.
Hmm.
And
I see.
whenever that would happen, we would try and find tickets that would line up with that, so that she could be sent there for free, and it would only be my dad and myself. And then my dad and myself would stay at some family's place while my mom would work somewhere else in the country, and then half of the vacation would be me and my dad, and then the other half my mom would finish her training and then come over. And she would just book her return flight for later. And it basically turned into 2 or 3 weeks of absolute mind-blowing, world-expanding experiences as a kid, because
Yeah.
I've gone to the same school since I was 5 until I was 18. So being trapped in this one place with the same people for an entire year, and then having a summer where you get sent to a different country where you meet hundreds of new people, you see hundreds of new sights, you're speaking English all day instead of Spanish. That really, it makes you look forward to every trip with such an excitement as a kid. It always meant just, I'm gonna get to eat delicious trash food. I'm gonna get to eat my cooking, my family's cooking from over there. I'm gonna get to probably like buy new toys that haven't come out in Spain yet. I'm gonna get to like
Ooh,
buy
yeah.
video games and shit. I remember I would go to America and I would bring back the new generation of Beyblades before they came out in Spain. I would be like, look at all these metal Beyblades, they're so sick. Look at these new Vestroya Bakugan. You guys, that show isn't even out in Spain yet. And I would always come back to the playground with like the new bling, and everybody would hate me for it because I would try and show off and be like, look at me, I'm so cool. Yeah. I always felt like a big reason I felt left out was also because I was annoying as a kid, and I always felt some sort of like quote unquote superiority for enjoying everything in English and understanding the source of a lot of things that my friends didn't understand. Like they would be talking about their things, and I would be like, well, actually, this is where it comes from, and I know this about it because I've been on the American website, which is more up to date and
Spreads
stuff
rumor.
like that. Exactly, spreads rumor. I remember specifically going to the American Pokedex and reading all the Gen 4 Pokemon and like telling my friends all about them, because they hadn't found any information in Spanish about it.
Dang.
I'm sure it was available. I just happened to find it and be like, oh, this is, and I would sell it to my friends. It's like, I found this exclusive information only in English.
Yeah. Dang.
It felt like every time I went to the America, I was the coolest person on earth. I was so privileged, and I knew it.
Dang. You must have been really annoying.
Yeah, I was. Trust me. Even more so than now. But yeah, to answer your question, about 2 or 3 weeks every couple years.
I see.
But they're some of my most treasured memories ever. Just being able to escape from that sort of stagnant environment and go to a new world on vacation for a bit was really special for me. And meeting like a bunch of new kids and making friends with a completely different culture, which I didn't fit in with either, but at least it was interesting.
At least it was different.
Yeah. Definitely as a kid, I was definitely like America's so cool, guys. You don't even know, America's so cool. I want to live there when I grow up. I want to be there, because it was definitely a grass is always greener on the other side sort of thing. You know, like I would go there and I would feel this burning jealousy for wanting to live there instead of where I lived. I would feel like
Yeah.
everything was so much cooler over there. Everything was so much better. That's just the impression you get when you spend only 2 weeks at a place, and those 2 weeks are full of fun activities and delicious food and cool people and maybe romance. Who knows? Haha.
I mean, it sounds pretty cool.
It was. Some of my most treasured memories of being a kid are not being wherever my parents wanted me to be. in the sense of like things that happened outside of my regular life were the highlights. I didn't really like school. I didn't really enjoy being in the town I was in. What I enjoyed the most was when we traveled, or when I went to camps, or when I got away from all that. Which is funny, because now I love being here. I love being in Madrid. I adore it. There's so much things to do, so many things to do, so many opportunities. It could be so much worse, but back then I didn't know that. I didn't have agency to discover those things on my own.
Yeah, I feel a little bit similar, but I feel like I'm a lot more attached to just traveling.
Well, don't get me wrong, I love traveling right now. I do it very often, but I'm just saying that I have a much more of an appreciation of the status quo and my life here in Spain than I did as a kid.
Yeah, understandable. Okay, I feel like the canvas is full.
Yeah, I haven't been drawing for the past 20 minutes. I've just been
Yeah.
talking.
Oh,
But
wow.
it was fun.
It's just been me drawing square poon poons.
Well, I wanted to tell my stories.
That's
Squares
cool.
are definitely my weakness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that now you know what you need to train next.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like
Well-
I feel like I learned a lot today.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I learned nothing.
Dang.
Maybe different levels of ambition with our drawings, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you drew a ship robot, and I drew stupid square poon poons. But
No, but your characters are awesome. I love the glasses guy. I love your bear. You're good.
I like TV. That's a good boy right there.
TV-kun.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe
Telly.
give him like
Bebo's
a
little brother.
I'm calling him Telly.
like a wire coat hanger and
Telly.
or something.
Telly.
Oh, that antenna fits really well.
It's like like a coat hanger that's been twisted up. Yeah, one of those.
Yes. All right.
Anyway, guys, join our Discord, Sketchy People Plaza. Of course, send us your art, #sketch with us. Draw along to this podcast. Put a character design with a square, a triangle, and a circle in your post. I'd love to see them. Very curious about what you guys come up with. I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.